Hi, this is Pam Hardison with Jelly Generation, and I am so glad you are here with me today because today's topic is a topic that you might have thought about, but maybe you haven't voiced it in quite the way we're going to do today. It's who influences our kids and how do they do it and why do our kids listen? There's some surprising techniques that we can use to find that out. But before we get there, I just want to thank you so much because this topic has been near and dear to my heart at home. And I realize that every time I come across a parent like me that has gone all in on loving our kids till that last second that they're gone and then loving them from afar and maybe not letting them know how much we do, but that we do anyway. So today's topic, launching our kids successfully, and learning who influences them and why. It is a concept that seems abstract, but when he really gets right down to it, there are things we can do. There are things that we can employ that will help. As our kids move toward the world and away from us, those outside influences are actually shaping some of their dreams and their goals and their ambitions. And while we still have that last little bit of time with them, the more we know about their goals so we can applaud and their dreams so we can help and assist, the better off we are. And where they got them from. Is there a chance that we still need to help mold them just a little bit, maybe plant some positive suggestions? Well, of course there is. A story that comes to mind right now for me is in high school, there was, for my kids, actually for both of them, there was this one particular teacher who introduced them to the love of reading. And she even managed to introduce to them the love of reading through classics. And I will never forget when I used this technique on my daughter that we're about to talk about in just a minute. I learned why my daughter paid attention to this particular teacher, what it was this teacher was saying and doing. And in a minute, I'm going to tell you how you can do it, and also with that knowledge where you can go with it. So let's get right on into it. What I want you to do is consider this. Ask them. Shock, right? Ask them, hey, can you name me 2 or 3 people in your life that have had the most positive influence on you? And do it when they're in a thoughtful mood. You don't want to do it when they're trying to run out the door. But they're going to give you, if they think about it, first of all, you have to give them a moment or two to collect their thoughts and come up with someone. For mine, it was this teacher. And I was blown away. You hope for the best and you fear the worst, right? And I was so excited to hear about this particular teacher because I know this teacher, and she meant a lot, and I still to this day love her to death. In fact, this teacher is so spectacular that she still keeps in touch with my kids. They touch base through social media. Somebody that I trust completely and is just full of wisdom, and it just did my heart joy to find out this was one of the influences on my kid. So I asked my daughter, well, just exactly what is it that she does that makes it so special? And she said, well, Mom, she just cares and she makes me think. And I'm like, oh, okay, I can deal with this. This is good. So ask your question, honey, name me somebody that has a positive influence on you, and just see what they say. Got to pause, got to give them a minute. First of all, knowing who that person is going to give you volumes about who it is your child looks up to, what it is, and the values that they're using to get there. Oh my goodness. And that is just gold. What can I say? So then you can follow up. If things are flowing well enough, follow up and say, well, why have they been so positive for you? What is it that they have done? And if they answer, and whatever they answer, you've moved from gold to Fort Knox because you've learned what influences your child, and you can begin to use maybe some of those techniques that person that they named uses. So you're moved from gold to Fort Knox by that knowledge of why your child appreciated that influence. What was it that made your child name them to begin with? Now, when you step back and you just listen to the obvious for how they answer it, there are 3 things that you probably have also learned that you might not have thought about. The first one is odds are they feel appreciated by this person. And we all need to feel that way, right? When we are appreciated, we want to reciprocate that. It makes us feel better inside. It makes us feel like we're worthy. Well, we all are worthy. But when someone other than you comes along and tells your child that, oh my goodness, give me more, right? Secondly, odds are they're going to feel respected by this person. Why? What was it that they said or did that let them know that? And you can maybe adopt some of those same tactics, or maybe you already have them. I don't know. But that person is showing them respect, and your child is recognizing it. Third, they may be challenged to be a better version of themselves, or that person saw something in them that challenged them to stretch a little further. It's almost like if you have a coach, if you've ever had a coach for track or running or just even doing sit-ups, and they're yelling at you, come on, you can do one more. Well, you're thinking, oh, come on, there's no way. But that coach encourages you and you do that one more push-up or that one more sit-up. That's the kind of thing that your child sees in this person, and that is valuable gold. But the biggest takeaway is that you are learning how your child thinks. You are learning at what they respect and what they are paying attention to, so that you can help take their goals and their dreams and mold it based on what you've learned from that topic. It's just really cool. So you're thinking, well, that's all great. That's all good. I know who, what, where, and why. How can I follow up? Okay, let me give you 3 suggestions on things you can do to follow up this information. Be tactical. Ask them, what was the most important thing that you learned from them? Why do you think that was so important? And have you had a chance yet to apply that? Wow. Answers. Great. And I don't know if you all remember, at least when I was growing up, there's this whole thing called the communication gap. If you can open your topic with your child this way, you're eliminating a little bit of that communication gap, and you're learning all about them. Share somebody that meant a lot to you and what that meant to you, but being genuinely interested in who influences them and why and how. Oh, goodness, what a great parent you are for doing that. I learned a lot, and I know you will too. But more importantly, you can begin to have interaction that very same way with your child. That interaction that you have, I promise you're going to remember these moments when they're gone and they're on their own, and it's precious when you can communicate with your child on that completely different level. I'm sorry, I don't know how to explain it, because I'm running short on words, but not on heart. And I know that we all love our kids, and when we can find little ways to get in and hear them, Okay, lastly, if you hear something great from your child about this person that's influenced them, consider dropping them a line, thanking them for what they've done. They probably don't even know. Odds are they're so busy in their day, they don't even realize the beauty of what they've given to your child, and that they've helped you as a parent produce a more successful adult. And that little thank you, again, to them might mean the world. And it might not mean but a 5-minute little note and a stamp, or an email, or a phone call, or some gesture of kindness. So I just encourage you to go out and do that. I know you're in the last season of time with them, and I just, if there's somebody that's influenced your child and you want to put that below in the comments and let me know, I would love to come alongside and say, wow, that's awesome, that is great. And maybe it's your small way of thanking that person publicly. You don't have to name their name, and if you're not comfortable, of course, don't do this. But I would love to hear some feedback on this and see maybe some opening-ended questions that you used on your follow-up when you started out by asking them who influences them and why. Oh, goodness. I hope you have a great week, and that good things come your way, and you look for the joy in every day, because you find it when you do. And I know, point blank, you can have success in the middle of it all. Bye for now.